Hi, my name is Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to kind of be playing with products that I already have at the house. I know right now it is the Sephora sale and we just had an Ulta sale too. But sometimes we just see the new and we're like, what about the stuff we already have? What about the stuff I already bought because I saw it and I loved it? And what happened to that? Did we fall out of love and why? And you know, I would say before we start purchasing any other product, let's go through and look to see what we already have. So I've been doing that a lot lately. I still do buy new product. Yes, I do, because I do like to try and test, and because I'm trying the YouTube thing, I know that's what people love to see is what's new, try it out, let me know, like reviews. But also I want to keep a good balance of using what you already have and loved and spent your money on. So that's what I'm doing today. So I already did my eyebrows. You don't know, but I've already filmed this video and then I hated the look, so I washed it all off and trying it again. So my eyebrows are already done. I used the NYX micro brow pencil in Taupe. And then of course my NYX Thick It Stick It that I use all the time. So that's what I have on my brows. And then on my face, I pulled out the Lumi glotion. And this is in the color medium. I love this stuff. And then of course my only pore filling primer. So that's what I have on right now. I was using a whole different primer. It like came out horribly. I hated the concealer. I hated the eye. I hated everything. So I was like, I can't post this. I gotta delete it. So I deleted it on my phone and we're trying it again. So what I was using is this Halo Glow. And I like this. I know I like this. But I had used this primer and I've had issues with it before, and guess what? I had issues with it again. So I think this is gonna go. I got it for free at Ulta. It was like, you know, you buy something, you get a free product. I don't know. And I got that. So I don't think that's just not my thing. So I'm gonna use this Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer. I'm only gonna put a little bit on my palette, because this product is a little dark for me right now, because I purchased this back when I was living in Florida. I'll be using my LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment to lighten it up. And usually I add too much of everything. So I'm just going to kind of mix that together to lighten it up. And I love these little palettes. I get this on Amazon. They came like 2 in a pack. I use this so much because I would use the back of my hand all the time, and then I'll go to work and have stuff all on the back of my hand, even though, you know, you wash it off, you try to get it off, but still it just stayed. So I'll just wipe my finger off. I'm going to use my favorite foundation brush, and I am just going to push this in all over. And it happens sometimes when I go to film a video, I have an idea of what I want to do. And as I'm filming, I'm like, this looks horrible. And sometimes if I have the time, I'll wash it off and refilm. But sometimes I don't. And it was just, you know, I'll just hurry up and throw on something, because if I'm like trying to film before work or whatever. Oh, I got a hair. My son is home today because it's spring break, but he should be working on his packets the teacher has sent home for him and other kids to do on spring break. So right now I hear him through the vents talking to the dog. So we'll see when I'm done. I'll go through all his stuff and see what he has accomplished and if he needs to redo some stuff, because if that boy has to write anything, oh my god, the world's ending. He hates writing anything. All right, so I got all that in, and I hate that I have my brows done already, because I find that, you know, I either go in too close and I mess them up, but now I'm just gonna go in with this foundation brush and kind of like bring that this concealer brush, and bring that foundation closer to my brows. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. This is gone. I can't have that in my life messing things up. I'm gonna go on my tried and true LA Girl Pro Conceal, because I'm gonna be using, oh shoot, I just use this every day because of my lovely under eye circles. So I'm gonna press this in. I hear my son down there playing with the dog, talking to him. It was super sunny a little bit ago. I don't know, it's been off and on sunny. Alright, so I had used this concealer, my last one, when I tried to film. It just was not working. I could not. It was not covering. It wasn't doing anything, and I hated it. So I'm going to keep it because it's good to have if I need to adjust the concealer. Like, if I'm super paler than now, and I, you know, need to lighten up my concealer, then I can use that to lighten. Because it's still a good formula, it just does not have enough coverage for me. I am going to be purchasing either from Sephora or Ulta the new Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. I went into Ulta, I swatched it in stores. So I want to get it on sale. So either I'm going to purchase during the Sephora sale the color I need, or wait for the Ulta, like a 20% off coupon on Prestige. So, because I don't like to buy anything full price. I'm a discount girly, sale girly. I like to stack points and coupons and all that stuff, whatever I can do to save money. I'm just gonna bring in the rest of that's on my brush over my my brow bone, to kind of erase any of those fine, you know, the little, what are they called? The veins on your eyelid. Alright, I'm gonna use this Essence little bronzer. It's almost done. I'm ready for it to be done. It's a fine bronzer, but I don't think I'll purchase it again. So I'm just putting a little bit, not much. I got the contour of that one, and I like the contour. I really do. So I'm just going to kind of push this in. I don't want to over bronze because then it does not match my hands and my arms and all that stuff. Because sometimes I do that. If I like, you know, use some like tanning drops or whatever on, and then I've gotten used to for a week, you know, doing a little more bronzy on my skin, and then when the tanning drops fade away, I'm still doing the same, you know, overly bronzy on my skin to balance it out. That I'm like, shoot, I don't match. My face does not match my hands. Just doing a little contour, nothing much. I want to get the new contour powder that came out, because I have the old one from Sephora, and I want to get the new one, but I need to go swatch them and see, because online it looks different than people's like photos and the reviews about it. I want to make sure I'm purchasing the right one. I don't want to go purchase it and then realize it's the wrong one. I should have got a different color, then return it. Because then they just throw that one away usually. And I just try to do what I can to be more informed on my purchases so that stuff isn't going to waste. Alright, I got that on. I'm not going to set my face today. I would like to, if I was going to set it, I would set it with my Milani because that's what I have open right now while it's wet, no powders. So now I'm going to go in with a powder. I'm going to use my number 7. Haven't used this in a while. Translucent, perfect, light pressed powder. But first I always go in, tap out any extra product or buildup, or, you know, just remove it if I crease a little bit. Even though I keep my concealer and all my products pretty low, so I'm not in my area, I crease. And then I'm going to take, I think this, I'm going to take, no, this little Milani powder brush. Get that on there. Press that in. Oh yeah, my skin looks so much better with those primers on instead of a Jane Iredale one, because it was not good. I don't know what happened. I mean, I didn't buy it. I got it for free with, you know, sometimes they do like free gift with a certain amount purchase from at Ulta, and that's what it was. So I'm just using the same powder, setting my T-zone. Then I'm going to take a bigger, fluffier brush and just set here. So I don't want to take away all that pretty glossiness and shine from my foundation, the Lumi glotion. I love this stuff. I used this the other day because I had family photos, so I didn't want to put too much makeup on for work, because I didn't want to try to take it off, a whole bunch of makeup off, before I had to reapply for the pictures. And I put that on with just some spot concealer, and I was like, and then I put my, over the face, lightly, this Essence powder foundation. It looked beautiful. I was like super impressed. Alright, now I am going to use this. Do I have a, oh yeah, it's right here. I want to powder bronze with these Benefit. I hate the Benefit boxes of the bronzers. I hate them. They're big, they're clunky. They need to come out with another packaging. But I'm going to mix the Hula bronzer, the original and the light together, and just press this in where I did bronze before I blush. So this is all set. But I saw they came out with a cream bronzer in a pan for the Hula. And I'm like, why can't you use that same pan you just came out with and repackage the Benefit powder bronzers in that? They're a lot slimmer, because I hate the boxes. I hate them. I get rid of them. I pop those out and I put them in this old Z palette I got from Sephora ages ago because I hate the palette. Now I'm going to use this Juvia's Place Volume 2. I love this blush duo. It's a nice warm with a rose hinge like blush, and then a softer, rosier. You know, I'm not great with words sometimes. So I think I'm going to ombre this. So first I'm going to go in the darker color and then just kind of hit it up right here. These are super pigmented, so I always like to use a very flimsy type of brush. And it's dual fiber, just to control the powder and the amount of pigment. And now I'm going to go in this pretty pink. I'm not a huge pink blush girly, but if I find a color I really like a warmer pink is my favorite, then a cool pink. I cannot stand those super Barbie pinky blushes. They look great on other people, but I cannot stand that on me. I gotta fix my headband because I have the little hairs coming down. I can't do it. All right, I really like the complexion. It's looking beautiful. If it stays pretty outside, maybe we'll walk to the park. We live right next to a really nice park. Maybe we'll walk there. All right, so today I'm gonna use this palette from ColourPop. It is discontinued, but I love it. I think it's a great summer palette. I really wish they would bring it back. They don't need to do anything else to it. It is perfect to me. It is the Limoncelo palette. They did a great job with this palette. It doesn't have any of those chunky glitters, so no really eye warnings. No eye warnings. Except for Fly Girl, it says there's an eye warning right here. But maybe it's just, it says not intended for the use in the immediate eye area. I think it's just the color pigment in it. It might stain your eyelid, which I'm fine with. But that's about it. So let's see. I made sure I wore a shirt that kind of matched today. But then I want to do something unexpected with this blue. Oops, I always use that blue though. God, it's so pretty. Wish y'all could tell me what to use. But I don't have nearly enough people to try to go live. All right, I think at first I'm going to do Tuscan Fun in my crease with this big fluffy brush. Just to just need to start somewhere. I don't always have an idea of what I'm gonna do. Maybe I know like this is a palette I'm gonna use, but a lot of times when I sit down, I have no idea. I just kind of just let the palette speak to me or whatever, or just what I'm feeling. So I'm just going to go in with the same color, build up the color right here. I just want it soft, just so I can build on it easily. Super traffic-y today. A lot of times up here in Seattle, when it's a beautiful spring day and sunny out, a lot of people don't go to work. Or they take it off or whatever, just to enjoy the sun, which I totally understand. Usually when I'm at work is when it's beautiful and sunny. All right, now I'm gonna take, that color pool is really warm. Here, let me scooch y'all in a little bit. Bam. Adjust my camera. Sorry, I film off my phone. All right, so that pool's like pretty warm. Like in the palette, it doesn't look, I mean, it's warm, but it pulled like, I feel like warmer on my skin, which is fine. So I'm not gonna go into, because I was thinking about doing this, but I think that it was just gonna be like a lot of warmth. So I think I'm I know this is also warm, but it has a little bit of depth to it. So I think I'm gonna add that about right here. So first, I'm just taking this really cool, like fluffy brush. I think this is, I don't know where this is from. It's all worn off. And I'm just gonna kind of tap that really easy right here. And then work that up into my crease. And then softly diffuse it. And I'm gonna do the same on this side. It's a really pretty color. It still has the warmth, but it doesn't have the orange. I like that. Now, I think I'm gonna grab a small brush. I need something. Where are all my little like densely packed brushes? I like can't find some of my brushes. I'm just gonna, oh wait, here's one. Here's one. This is what I'm looking for. This little smudgy brush. So I'm gonna use that color I just used on here, and I'm gonna add that, push that in. Maybe my dog will let me take him on a walk. I know that sounds weird. So we have a dog named Beans. He's a rescue. We got him from a rescue called the Merciful Project down in Tampa. Amazing people there. All they do is just rescue dogs and cats and find them great homes and foster. And oh God, they were so good. And I saw Beanie when we were on vacation. We were looking to finally adopt another dog because our pug had passed away about 4 years by then. So we were finally, you know, able to open up our home again to another dog. And I saw Beanie and I just was like, I loved him. Oh, I love that dog so much. But he has anxiety. Which we joke that he's just like his mommy and daddy. So sometimes when my husband's not home, it's kind of hard to take him on a walk because he doesn't like to pass. He doesn't like to be out of the house while all of us together. And if it's just me, he does not like to be out the house. He'll pull me back. He'll get 2 houses and he's like, no, we got to go back. But if it's all of us together walking, then he's fine. I'm going to go into my bronzer, that light bronzer right here. And I'm going to use that on that same brush. And I am going to softly diffuse that color underneath. And then bring it. But I would like to take him on a walk. But I have a feeling we'll get 2 houses. And then he's going to be like, nope, we got to go back. It's unsafe. So, but I try. Really liking it. It's making my sometimes blue eyes pop. This, of course, this orangey, this warmth. Now, what do I use on my lid? I always love this color, but then I'm like, no, we need to keep it bright. And I was like, yellow, and I'm like, no. I think I'm going to do this green. I just really like it. I feel like I need to put down some kind of base. So I have this e.l.f. No Budge matte eyeshadow stick in the color Lava Lamp. And I feel like that would be a good base for that, just to make that color pop more. These always fall out. Huh, not that one though. Usually always fall out, so I open them easily. So I'm gonna just kind of throw this right here where I'm wanting to put it. It's not gonna be super pigmented, but it's fine. Because I'm gonna layer that shadow on top. And I'm going to kind of push that in with my finger just to make sure that we're all blended. And then I'm going to take this little, it's an old little e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, but I like the shape of it. And I'm going to go into that color. And I'm going to press that on top of that greenish, yellowish color. So, yeah, I like this unexpected, like greeny yellow with that warmth. And I just so happen to have a shadow stick that pretty much matches it exactly. So that really helped. I hear my son tapping on the door. Alright, give me 1 second. Let's see what he needs. Alright, so he just wanted to tell me hi and he loved me. I love that sweet boy. Now I'm going to use this shadow right here as my inner corner. Now my son's at the age where he still likes us. He is 7. He's going to turn 8 this summer. So we're still at the I love you mommy and daddy stage, and gives us kisses and stuff. I know one day it's not going to be like that anymore. I don't want to talk about that because I just did my makeup. Alright, so I wanted to use this liner. I haven't used this in a while. This is from NYX, and it's the color Golden Bronze. Oh good, it's sharpened. So it's going to give that golden bronze. I'm just going to use this at the lash line, right on my lash line, just to kind of deepen that a bit. I mean, there is a deeper color in this eyeshadow palette, but I wanted to keep it pretty light today. It's a little pokey area on this liner when I sharpen. I think I'm going to put this here. I'm going to go a little higher up with it too. I think I am going to go a little deeper on this outer corner. I'm sorry. I like it. I like to deepen out the outer corner of things. So I'm going to take this kind of compact brush right there. And I'm going to go into the shadow I had used, that one, and just tap just the littlest bit into that. And kind of go back and forth a little bit, and I'm just going to stamp that right here. Much better. I'm not doing too much deeper, but I'm just bringing just a tiniest bit of depth to that outer area, just because sometimes you just need to keep it balanced. Since I went so hard with that green, I feel like I just needed a... Then I'm going to take whatever green's left on here. There's not much at all. And I'm just going to kind of pull that into that brown just a little bit more, just to soften that line. Okay. Perfect. All right, now I am going to curl my lashes. So when I was doing my makeup for the family photos, I went to put on lashes, and I was in such a rush because I literally flew home from work. As I'm driving, like, have a makeup cloth, like, wiping off my makeup. At red lights, there's a lot of red lights I gotta go through. So, just trying to get home so I can jump in, hurry up, do my makeup for the photos. And I was trying to do my lashes, and they were just looking horrible. I hated the look. I hated it so much. My eyeshadow on my face came out perfect. That was easy. I was just fighting with the dang lashes. I just wanted a demi because of my lashes are, you know, growing back in here and a little bit here, but I just wanted more lashes, and I could not get it, and I was so mad. So I went in, I grabbed my Rare Beauty mascara. I've had it before, and I just have like a little small trial size right now because, you know, I love my Tower 28 and I was loving everything else. I'm just using this black eyeliner just underneath on my waterline, just to kind of thicken up my lashes, make my lashes look thicker. But I was using that mascara, and I had to like hide all the mistakes I made with the lashes, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. I was frantic trying to make it work. But I used that mascara, and I was like, shit. This stuff is good. Like, I built it up so I look like I had falsies. And I do not have good eyelashes at all. like they're okay, they're there sometimes. But I don't have great eyelashes at all, and I was like, holy crap, this worked out so good. So I threw that into my Sephora cart. I think it was like, my Tower 28's like $20, and I think the Rare Beauty's about $20 also, and I'll pay that for a great mascara. Because I'm just not feeling a lot of the drugstore mascaras lately. I don't know, maybe it's the brush or my I don't know. But I'm going to use this Maybelline Lash Sensational. I bought this for my best friend's wedding because I knew I was be a crying mess. But I haven't worn it since, and I just want to see if I still like it. I usually don't do waterproof mascara. But I know if you have a difficulty holding a curl, waterproof is great. But I usually don't like to try to fight with getting it off my eye. But it's looking really good. I think I need to stop on that eye. I need to learn how to stop. I'm like, ooh, it looks good. Let me add a little more. I just need to stop. I'm gonna get these little inner pieces. Get my lower lash line. I don't like to do too much on my lower lash line. And it's coming to be spring here, so I've noticed I've been sneezing a little bit more than usual. I'm gonna take this Japanesque. I got it off Amazon, but they used to carry this line at Target. It's just an eyelash comb to kind of separate my lashes a little more so I look like I have more. But I think I like this mascara. Definitely, I'm not gonna use it every day because I don't want to have to try to really get this off my lashes because they're already a little on the distressed side. I think it's a really pretty look. Alright, so my lips today. Now, I love my little pretty display back here, which sometimes y'all don't see. I have like products down here. I don't know if you can see that. Then I have a little display of just stuff I found at Home Goods. This is from my son. He put a little cat in there. Those are two of my best friends. They're always in the background. And then, but I always have stuff up here, and sometimes I forget because I'm always looking at my drawers here and I forget that they're back here, which is probably not good, but I needed something else to put in my background. So I grabbed the Merit Beauty lipstick and slip. These are so pretty. And I can't believe I bought this and then I put it back there because they're so pretty aesthetically, and then on, you know, pretty as a product, and I put that back there. I totally forgot. So this is a warmer, like neutrally brown. Oh god, that was my cat. It's so pretty. Like, why? It's the only thing about having a nice display to try to make my videos look better. So I put this stuff back there and I totally forget. This is like a purse lipstick. And a purse lipstick to me is something that will go with pretty much anything, and you just throw it in your purse. And if you forget your lipstick at home or you just need a touch up, then you could throw this on. I don't even know if I want to put a lip liner on. I think it just looks really pretty and soft. These lipsticks are great. I have 4 of them. I have 2 in the satin signature lip lightweight lipstick, like a satiny, and then 2 in their like matte. But I don't find they're that matte. They're a comfortable matte. So, but that's the look for today. Using products I already had that I totally forgot about. Just checking. Totally forgot about. I need to bust this out more often. Maybe I'll do another video because I know I did a video like a quick makeup and it kind of took a little bit because I was still new at all this. But I think I'm going to do what I did the other day for work because I was super impressed with what I did. Being quick, easy, and it lasted really well for me on the floor doing hair. I was on the floor, started taking clients at 9, and I walked out of the building at like 4:45, pretty much 5 o'clock. But you gotta remember, I do my makeup way before I even go to work. But yeah. So, but that's everything today. I do have 2 palettes I did buy. One is a drugstore palette. I've never tried their brand before, Profusion, so I'm still wanting to do some more looks with it and test it out before I give you a video on it. And then I ordered a palette from Cosmic Brushes, and I have not touched it yet, and I got it in. It is so freaking beautiful, and I haven't been so hyped and inspired by a palette in a while. So I'm going to be testing that out. That's going to be a while before I get that video up just because of the way I film. And I really do like to kind of try things out and test it and everything, as many colors I can in different ways before I make a video on it. So, but that's everything. I'll stop talking. Y'all have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you again. Leave any ideas or comments, or just say hi in the comments below. But have a beautiful day. Bye.